Alrighty, internet world, what's going on? Alright, this camshaft installation, make sure that your index lines is lining up, otherwise it's going to be a complete balls up. How to tighty these things, right? You're going to have to hold the flywheel, okay, with a ratchet, and of course you're going to have to take another ratchet, your Loctite of course, using Loctite, and you're going to have to put your knee down there. What I did over there, I put my knee down over there, and tighty. Then I rotated the crankshaft. Alright, let's just rotate the crankshaft there. There we go. Use my knee, hold that in place, Loctite, tighty. Right, now that is done, alright, I've cleaned off the mating surface here with some of this shitty over there, alright, mating surface, and I've also cleaned out this inspection cap here, alright, because I'm going to be using some RT gasket sealant. Make sure your locating dowels are in place, alright, there's one there, mating surface is clean, and you're going to have to use some RT gasket sealant, alright. Watch the previous videos, I also showed you to use the earbud cleaners so you can blow it out the compressor, but that thing makes a hell of a noise. Make sure your threads are clean, alright. The thread holes are clean, alright. Right, so what we can do now, so that I know for a fact, this must stand for 24 hours to cure before you actually assemble it and do a startup, alright. It has to sit, alright. This Loctite, where's the Loctite? It's around here, somewhere in my pigsty table over here. Okay, so what we can do now, we can put some RT gasket sealant on here, my inspection cap, and of course, before we close up over here, we're going to slightly loop this camshaft and this timing chain on here, because the last thing we want to do is have a dry startup. Okay, put the video on pause. Oh, hang on. Before we go any further, you must remember now your timing chain does stretch. All right, it does stretch. Some of you might know, if you see my previous video, it's the same thing like your drive chain on your rear wheel over there. So what we do over here, we're going to install our finger. All right, pretend we are getting lucky. All right, take as long fingers as you can and install that. What you can also do is you can check these linkages. If they lift, if this thing does that like that, then you know your timing chain is totally stuffed. All right, you see there is a bit of play on there, but keep in mind that it is 54,000 on there. Very little. All right, very little. All right, see there. So I still got a good, I would say another 20,000 on this timing chain on there. This timing chain I will replace in the coming months, right? I'd rather be safe than sorry, alright? The last thing I want is this thing to snap. Then you can kiss your top end, your head, and your bloody barrel and your crankshaft goodbye, alright? So let's install the RT gasket sealant. Alrighty, just look how I've installed the bloody RT gasket sealant, okay? I didn't smear it with my finger flat like that, okay? I've made a little bit of ridges. Yes, it's a bit of excessive on there, alright? It's a little bit much, but I'm using some of my spirits before it dries and wipe it off. So all the stuff that peels out on the edges over there, I'm gonna wipe it off, okay? Don't be waiting until it bloody dries and then taking the blade or your fingers and me pulling out on there, alright? Otherwise, you're just gonna destroy the fucking how do I say, the seal, alright? So if it's still popping out before it dries, I'll take my spirits and wipe it off clean, alright? Okay, that's done. Next one is our inspection cap over here, alright? I'm going to wipe some on here, alright? Alrighty, I've just installed my inspection cap over there. Don't worry about the RT gasket sealant that spurts out on the side over there. We're going to wipe it off there, alright? Now it's time for me to do some lube up here on this cam here and the timing chain, alright? The last thing I want is this thing to do a dry start, okay? Let's just take some engine oil over there. Alrighty, just got my service manual over here, and this is now the slackening sequence, but I'm also going to use this for the tightening sequence. You understand what I'm saying? So there is 1, 2, 3, where's 4 now? 4, 4, 5, and 6, okay, 6 and 7, and there's 8. Okay, understand? So I need to fit this, so this must sit for 24 hours to cure. Right, this will be the last video on this, alright, on this, and then tomorrow evening we'll make another one again on the cam chain tensioner, alright, and then of course the rev counter housing, alright. There's a little rev counter housing that connects on here, a shaft that rotates, that tells you the RPM on the motorcycle itself, alright. Alright, thank you, hope you guys enjoy.